That's all you can do now. Okay. You need to make as much space on this as you can because of the microphone, yeah? Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah. Okay. A somewhat frustrating morning. I'm trying to get it. Okay. Take two. It wasn't so easy when I recorded this back in 1998. I was doing the math. 27 years, in case you're wondering. Right. Fair Angel of Sherborne. This song jinxed in so many ways. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should call this No Good Deed Goes Unpunished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were 3 sides to every story told, of one whose eyes did caress and scold, who stoked the night and made the dawn unfold, before whom sunrise bowed her head forlorn. The one whose secrets all must keep, for behind her curtains none must peep. But she may be glimpsed in this tale I speak, of the fair angel of Sherborne. Some say she will ne'er be bound by time, nor laid to rest by the last bell's chime. Some say she can only be painted in rhyme, the womb from which all poetry is born. And her beauty pales all emphasis, pre-Raphaelite impressionist. What metaphor can pay a homage kiss to the fair angel of Sherborne? What wind or wave could quell her flame? What mortal man could wear her name? Her truth the sword that bears all shame, her heart the rack upon which repentance is torn. All sinners' lust she puts to rout, all devil's deeds are driven out, while innocent minds are cast free from doubt by the fair angel of Sherborne. No scholar could teach the knowledge she knows, learnt in the lands no map ever shows, for uncharted sands have been trod by those toes that the Magi with jewels wouldst adorn. On the pyre of piety where dead men bathe, she danced and she sang, untouched and unscathed, and fables will tell how the tainted were saved by the fair angel of Sherborne. The summer's moon was granted but second place to that cream-contoured splendor of her face, infinite finesse and unshielded grace. She stood no bridge tween the queen and the pawn, and in her safety all were secure. The hurt and the weak, the meek and the poor, behind her soft armor the unloved were adored by the fair angel of Sherborne. Upon her fair plateau all injustice knelt, the ice-handed thrall of fear but melt, and each tear-streaked child's need she felled. Winter stares the uncaring she made warm. She would take the blows from those they intended, close broken vows she forgave or she mended. There was none so lost that were not befriended by the fair angel of Sherborne. One glance tells trust from cold false pretender, the slanderer from the sonnet sender. And though many have wooed her with hearts like November, no merit with her wins medals upon bloodied uniform. And silence roams the hills like thunder, as men weep and women wonder. For she casts her spell and all fall under. Does the fair angel of Sherborne. Her artist's eye sees the revealed and the hidden, uncovers the blaze trail saints have ridden, and she brooks no boundaries, calls no land forbidden. No path of light nor righteousness has she forsworn. Divine, defined, parallel, who could want her and live to tell what malefactor could pierce the shell of the fair angel of Sherborne? To the tearful, the fearful, she brought salvation. Unto the blindfold she taught revelation, and the weakest found strength in her confirmation, that the meek shall enter into paradise unscorned. And no hand of man could e'en take her measure, for nothing desire fueled can e'er be treasured, but to worship her, that is nature's pleasure. Of the fair angel of Sherborne. The pattern petals fall for to make her a bed, and the malcontent gale calmed whenever she said, whilst pipers followed where'er she led. She soft seduced the aloof and the franchised indrawn. Egress sanctioned and ingress polished, or slavery-strewn marriage crypts lie demolished. The casure no pair wet ere dare abolish is the fair angel of Sherborne. As pilgrims wrote fables of the romance of the rose, 'twas she birthed the verse and suckled the prose, and the heartsick she salved as each heartache arose. For the satin excavation of pity was hers to perform. the nightingale's song, the chalice unspilled, the subtle erosion of false prophets' guilt, were all the foundations on which a legend stands built. Ah, the fair angel of Sherborne. No soul lay fallow in the charge of her wake. What honesty gives can faith fail to take, and so her commandments that no man can break. For all truth must come, and with it proof unadorned. Yes, exclaim the hour, proclaim the gift. No veil of tears can her power not lift. The moan of the testaments was mere sand to sift. For the fair angel of Sherborne, she did bring the growling, howling storm to kneel. The capricious sun was unchained from the wheel, unburdened the fake and rebirthed in real by that unplucked rose who bloomed bereft of thorn. No poisoned tongue could e'er shade her ear. Humility smote down the insincere. There was no distance that was not called near by the fair angel of Sherborne. She bore no stigmata of contradiction, wore no passionate innocence restriction, uncursed by vanity's subtle addiction, for that stifling love had long since been forsworn. No curves assailed her trail of glory, nor chapters paused that perfect story. No fleeting touch was so inflammatory as the fair angels of Sherborne. To every lost orphan she was the mother, whose eyes she dried and fears she covered, and no mortal man could e'er be her lover who would dare to touch the child of the morn. Destiny's closed its veil her sweet breasts. What unblessed hands could undo such a dress? The soft touch of kindness was the only caress of the fair angel of Sherborne. No darkness could live, not 'neath her pure light. Injustice she plundered, all wrongs were made right, and those who sculped the evil she painted contrite. The soul she saved when from the form 'twas shorn, and in her shadow wise men kneeled. The best to have their relevance steeled, whilst every broken nightingale's wing was healed by the fair angel of Sherborne. She overlooked none who lay cursed by need. To the starved of love she planted fresh seed. When the insecure cut her, she refused to concede, but forgave no matter how hard the waiting ones worn. She would overturn not e'en one sworn vow, though who should chastise her anyway, anyhow. The future was naught to her but here and now. To the fair angel of Sherborne. eyes stay the mercury mirrors of youth, sapphire purveyors of purest truth, whose magic no eons could e'er reduce, while she lay down the laws to which time itself shall conform. Suffragette wind swept queen of the rain, unscaled tower, easer of pain, no gift from the paupers of love she disdained, not the fair angel of Sherborne. There are no sullen rules that mystery cannot break. She will walk through the walls and pawn the lake. Fake charlatan smiles and slander lay in her wake, and greed worshippers watch their paper laws torn. Her dancing smile that soothes the beast turns hatred's famine to the feast, while those who crave most are granted the least. From the fair angel of Sherborne. Her soft pastel vision wrote the sufferance of age, pirouetting time on an empty stage. From the breath of the ocean to the hurricane's rage, there was no unjust law left unreformed. From the distant hills of Babylon, through the waters Christ once strode upon, to the merest touch of time only gone, ruled the fair angel of Sherborne. In jay-cloistered halls of coincidence, she would speak soft of new experience, and her cadence reflected no stage pretense, for in her presence all deceit was shorn. The modesty of the gliding swan, the pause it pleases, lingers on, like the calmness of autumn leaves upon the pond, was the fair angel of Sherborne. No snipe-decked corridor which she feared to walk, there lay no language she could not talk, no deformity souls made her blink pause or balk, no stray away from the goodness to which she were born. The unturned page was hers to read, all barren ground would burst, bloom and bleed, nurtured pure good gift of need is the fair angel of Sherborne. The tide shall rise, the haunted dusk would fall, should she but beckon, should she only call, possessed by none, no but encompassing all. There was no grief that she could fail to reform, but no intolerance that puce worship brings could e'er turn her head, nor crusted rings. She knows all empires are mere man-made things, does the fair angel of Sherborne. Many stalk the malls of malevolence, praising soft flesh slaved with sweet incense, but valor, not value, is love's true defense, and all who pass within her grasp conform. And though the night flares meretricious, accuse, refuse, all suspicious. The confused know she is always with us, is the Fair Angel of Sherborne. And the echoes of dead dreams do litter most streets, hers fly in triumph with fear at their feet, proud, strong and loud, alive and complete. And she laughs at the evil false gods do spawn. The mons veneris that all seek to scale, but impure they are, and so fall and fail. That silk cloth if that all final grail is the Fair Angel of Sherborne. Such spirit ne'er scaled, not by rapier grasped. No knights in the wilderness lay cloaked in her past. No heretic actions could lay that soft marble fast, nor unchain from where the perfect form, exuding forgiveness to false colour friends, who stay through the best time but leave when it ends. The looking glass worships her while Eos defends. Yes, the Fair Angel of Sherborne. Hark the sideshow balladier's song, it recalls how the deed still survives when mortality falls, and not Caesar's gardens nor Jericho's walls could escape from the fate they were drawn. But her sheltering cloak the fires extinguish, the palm of her hand all pain does diminish, and sadness its slaves is forced to relinquish by the Fair Angel of Sherborne. Well, I hope that came out okay. The microphone is gradually moving a little while I'm going to, yeah, so. And the other camera packed up, so I ran over 18 minutes, and I guess 17 minutes. That's the Fair Angel of Sherborne, song I wrote back in 1998. Let me hear an anecdote about it, if you don't want to hear an anecdote about it. So if you just want it to end on the final notes, then thank you so much for your time. Well, there's an anecdote about that song, by the way, is presented in my lyric anthology. It's in two of my lyric anthologies. It's the one behind me. I'm so sorry to be like a robot, but I'm wearing leg braces. So, it's in Songs Without Music, and it is in Horizon's Love Songs, my anthology of love songs. So Songs Without Music is my stage act from 1982 through till 1998, 99 maybe. And Horizons is a collection of love songs. So I wrote this for someone, and I presented her with a copy of the lyrics, maybe even the original handwritten lyrics, which I haven't seen in 30 years, I don't know, 20 years. And I got a note back, and I got the lyrics back, and they came in an envelope with a little yellow post-it note on. And it said, "It's quite good." So, I'm not normally one who, scratches his own chin. But I did. So I wrote another post-it note and I put it on there and I put it in her in tray. That's not a euphemism, we worked in the same place. And I said, "I suggest you read it again, it's a whole lot better than that." And I kind of took a little bit of an exception to it, knowing the person's family circumstances and everything, but obviously, you have that spark, and I took it out, so it became a ballad for all women, kind of thing, was the intention of it, so rather than all the verses applicable to one person, this verse could be applicable to X number of persons, and that verse could be applicable to that, so it's a series of verses, I think it would work that way. I've never tried, but I think, if it's someone's birthday, someone you care about, and you've got a blank card and wrote just one of those verses in there, I think I think it would, be well received, shall we say. Okay, I think that 8 weeks shy of my 64th birthday and riddled with motor neuron disease, I think I should maybe stick to smaller songs from now on. Peace and love, people. Okay, what rhymes with Fremen now? I should keep going like that, yeah? I like to end on a laugh.